right. Getting situated. We are live. Let's go here. And we'll start kind of looking at the charts here in a minute. Give me a second to get this set up. Right. All right. Perfect. And we are in. And we are going. Excellent. It is showing. Should be showing my screen. Okay. All right, here we go. Looks like we're in. Perfect. All right, so let's look at what we got today. Okay. Okay, making sure everything is good. All right, and we're in. Here we go. All right, let me post this to my group real quick. Get this set up. Let's go ahead and grab live. We'll go ahead and go into this. And let's just go ahead and copy this to the Discord. All right, we're in. All right, let's check out what we got today. So 5 minute actually hit the area I thought we were going to hit. We could continue down even more. I would be very careful though right here. So what do we see earlier? Had a nice support area right here. And all we did was we just kind of slowly made our way up. And then we created this nice flag right here that we really kind of built. Right? You can see what we did. Respected it pretty well. This area this morning, I thought there was a chance we could just continue just to drop here. We didn't get it at that moment, but we actually broke up here. And we went back up to this trend line. You can see this trend line actually mattered. Not many closes above it. Got a couple closes up here at the top. You see those? So we got a couple of those right there. But we ended up coming down on that. So now you can see what we're doing here. If I like zoom out, what are we doing? It's just a bear flag. If I go to the higher time frame, we got a nice setup here. Nice setup. So this is on the hourly. So don't overdo this. But we are seeing this M pattern, right? We've been getting these patterns a lot. Probably down to here. So I would say around 575-ish is where we could be going. How do I see that? What do I see? We have a high. Then we have a lower high here. Now, typically we'll get those on a trend line like this. So that's actually it's what we're getting at the moment. I would watch that. Let's see, just kind of zooming out what we got. Okay. All right, let's see. Put that there. Perfect. Go back over here. All right. That should be on. Should be good. Okay. All right. Got a call 1 o'clock. We'll continue a little bit here. All right. Take this. Okay. So let's do this. Get a nice rejection here on this hourly here. The biggest thing to see here is this high. And then we come down, we actually make another high. What does this mean? So this is telling us that we try to take this controlled move down, right? And we try to bounce off of this support area up, but we didn't have enough strength, even in the morning, this morning, to break any higher than that, right? We couldn't get above this 935 level, right? So we make a lower high, we then break down, and you can see what we've done ever since then. We just continue to break down here. I would watch this because I think if we break this right here, we will be going down a little bit more. I think we could see us coming down to this zone down here. So like around 570, something like that. So watch that. I think we could probably get that at some point. Okay. All right. What are we seeing here? All right. Lucid. We have this right here we're watching, right? Just gonna watch that right there. See it? We're really kind of creating this wedge, and most people would just see the wedge. Can't deny high, lower high, right? But if we can't break this area, that's the key. We got to break that area. So if we want to break down, we have to break that area. Question is, do we create here? Do we bounce up and then either break out of that, or do we break down on that? That's what we're looking for at the moment. Alright. I will be right back. All right, I'm back. All right, so what do we see? This is what we are seeing right now. All right, let that play out for a second. All right, I'll get some viewers in here and we'll kind of go through some stuff if anybody wants to join. Okay. All right, so should I get an email? Right. What's going on, man? I don't understand why it doesn't tell me that there's viewers in here. I've been trying to look and see if there's viewers. It's not showing me that. I see you're in the chat. All right. So let's kind of run through this then. All right. So what are we kind of seeing? Let's check it out. Hey, it's showing like I have 0 viewers. This is 0. So I'm not just gonna talk to myself, right? Are you still in here, Sonic? There's one. You're one. Let's go. Let's go. All right, so let's check it out. What are we seeing? Like, what can we take? Have you taken any trades today? Let's see what we got. I'll show you some setups. All right, you did. Okay, cool. All right. So I'm going to zoom out to 30 to just kind of get an overview of what we're seeing. Now, I will say, like, the thing that I was really looking for kind of played out. I was looking for us to get down to this this area. Are you in the Discord? So I called this area out in the Discord. And you can see it right here, right? It's just this cup. I know that sounds simple, but these things play out. And there's certain things you have to look for, right? Like if you took the cup here and you try to take this down, well, it was just one against you and then gone down, right? So certain things you got to look for. In this situation, this was actually a wick fill. So like what I mean, you see this right here, this wick right here, this is stuff people don't want to tell you, or they don't know about it, but if they did know about it, it'd be money. So if I was going to take a short and I saw, let's just say like we take a break of this right to the downside, like I would want to hold this to at least 80% of this particular wick, because it's a wick, it's called a wick resolution, and wick resolutions actually play out pretty well. So I would want to take this to probably around this area, because that typically plays out. I know this is after the thought, so that makes sense. But let's kind of look at like what we can see now. Okay, so what we've done so far is we just continue to bump our head up this area up here. So we come down, we bump our head again up here, we take a move down, and we really build a support right here. So that support right there is telling me we're trying to build strength, right, of some sort of move to the upside. You could kind of say this is an inverse head and shoulders in a way, but we see what we're doing, right? We're creating higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. So what I would be looking at is saying, okay, well, the 2 minutes showing me that. So what's the 5 minutes showing me here? Let's see, what do we have? What we're really getting right now, just so you know, it's an inverse cup. Then we're getting that pullback, right? We could try to be potentially go back down, but the question's when. I don't have any solid setups at the moment, but just kind of watching this again. I don't see anything at the moment that's really like standing out to me. Let me turn on I'm gonna turn on some of my indicators. I don't typically have those on, but it shows me a couple things. Again, I use it for Confluence, but I'm really just reading the candles, and the candles are telling me what the market's doing. Okay, so right now we're looking at the 5 minute. I'm gonna delete some of these, and just looking at the 5 minute, what we can see is that we just broke the previous high. So we're still indicating strength because we did break that high. Now we could break down a little bit, and that's okay. Like if we came back down to this 9, so around like 760, I would be okay with that, because in my mind I'm thinking, what is the potential trade here, right? The potential trade would be come down here, and then the next candle pushes up, and that would create what's called a 3-bar play to the upside. So, you know, that's something I'm kind of looking at there. We are kind of showing strength here, so you know we could see us coming back up to this 828 level. A lot of volatility today. A lot of volatility. Let's see here. Yeah, you're seeing this nice cup here forming. You see it? So this is a engulfing candle. So you see this dot under this candle. What that means is that there's a good probability of us filling the top of this candle, right? Coming and getting to the top of this candle. So we've been doing that ever since, you know, we made this push up. So I would expect that to continue at the moment. Now, if it did go from here, 86 to set 96, that's 10 points. That's $200 on NQ. That's $20 on MNQ, which I would probably play 5 MNQ on something like that. But again, I'm looking for more of a setup. That's more of a chase, right? So we still have this. So I'll actually mark this as a potential place to go to. So this would be a 2-minute resolution. And we haven't got to that yet. So I would expect that. Now we did just break below the previous candle. You notice what I'm doing, right? I'm reading these candles, okay? So we're breaking the 9, but the question is, do we close below it or do we close above it? We just create a bottom wick. That's kind of what I'm looking at here. So watch this candle. If this candle stays above this 9, we still have good strength. If not, okay, so we're breaking back down, okay? We're creating, I know it's a little bit challenging to see it, just kind of switching between these, but let's see what we got here. So we're making our way back down. This is kind of one reason I wouldn't want to chase this play to the upside. One, we know the trend of the day is down, right? Trend of the day is down. I'm trying to move this out of the way so I can actually see. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the live stream. This is actually my second live stream, so just trying to build. Been doing NASDAQ trading for last 2 years, profitable, and I'm just trying to show you ways to make a little bit of money on the side just for a little bit each day, and then just move on with your life, right? That's kind of how I use it. I'm using this as an opportunity to really teach others. Not really worried about the numbers, but obviously building an audience and helping others is the goal. So what do we see? So this right here, again, this is just confluence. We're breaking down back into this area. So what I want to do is I want to look at the higher level to see what we're getting. Okay, so you have what's called a 3-bar play here. So red, green, red. I would watch this area to see if we get, do we break lower or do we find support in this area down here? We might find support down there. Oh, okay, I see it. So again, I look at the 2, 5, 15, and 30. 30 minute gives us a long wick. So that's a wick resolution, meaning we could fill this. We could come all the way down, try to fill to this wick here. But I would be careful here. I would be very careful. We have completed this structure. So at this point, I'm not trying to jump in any type of play, anything like that. How are you guys doing? Have you guys taken trades today? Throw it in the chat. I want to see what you guys are doing. Right. So we're at this demand. See if we hold that demand, right? All right, so while we're waiting here, I'm gonna go up to the higher time frame just to kind of see what we can have. Okay. So we had this huge move yesterday. You can see what we're doing in the hourly. We just can't get above this 200. So the green is the 200, the 9, the pink is the 9. I can stay on here until right before 1 Eastern. I have to jump on a call, unfortunately. Okay, so I'll show you a setup I see right now. So if we continue down, we have a high, we have a lower high right here, and then if this breaks this level that we're at right here, if this goes below 690, if we get below 690, what we're doing is we're creating what's called an M pattern, okay? These are things you'll see in the market if you do this for long enough. I've been doing it for a long time, right? So if we break down below this area right here, we're going to break down. We're going to retest here, and then we're going to push down to potentially this area here, 570. So that's what I'd be looking for. Yeah, watching calls. They need to go down a bit. 12:15ish. Okay. What's going on, Eric? Glad you joined. I'm actually going to make this one short. I have to jump on a call at 1 Eastern. I can join back up at 2. I can do like a 2 to 3 if you guys want to. But for now, I can't. I can just do it for a little bit. So let's just kind of talk through what we're seeing at the moment. Okay. That's the hours, and the hours really showing us potential weakness here. I know everybody and their mom is going to be drawing this right here, right? I'll show you. So everyone is going to be drawing this wedge, right? Everybody's thinking, oh, this is a wedge. If we break this wedge, we're going down. But what we can do is we can actually use this to, we can try to figure out, okay, what are we really doing right here with this structure? So we are consolidating. That's the first thing we're doing. Don't forget, we're at the bottom of this wedge, and we could come back up and try to fill this 2-minute candle, which would be really nice, actually, to the upside. So let's look for that. Just watching right now. What trades you guys made today? I don't know what other trades you guys have made. So this is a right here. I'll name it. This is a engulfing 2-minute target right there. Engulfing 2-minute target. That's where we're trying to get to. Now, do I feel good about it at the moment? We'll see. We'll see how we feel about it. 2-minute, we're below the 9 at the moment. I did draw this again, if you watch me, I'm not very picky on my, oh yeah, this definitely can come down. Definitely can come down. I would say probably another 15 points at least. See if we get it. See if we get this pushed down. We got a rejection of the 9. You got a nice play here, I believe. Back into this. Now it's tricky because you're taking a short into demand, which is tricky. But we could see this come down. So let's see if something like this, you could take an easy 10 points, I believe. Let's see if we get it. Or if we're going to try to use this to bounce up. Let's see, we're at 735. I think you could get it. I think you'll get back down to at least 723-ish. I would say even probably like around 715. That's what I'd be looking for. So let's see if that happens. Again, I'm just kind of looking at the structure here. Let's see. So yeah, this looks like a 4-bar play. We're rejecting the 9 on the 2. This is a beautiful play down. Yep. So there's your 725. Yep. 19. So that, yeah. So you could have taken that. I would say probably around 715. We might get there. Let's see if we get there. Got 37 seconds left on this candle. Let's see what we do. I will say I probably trade a little bit different than if you watch other live streams. I'm looking at every candle. I can see different things on each candle, different formations. I've been looking at NASDAQ for probably thousands of hours at this point. All right. So what I'm thinking here, okay? We have a rejection of this 9, okay? We're breaking down. We have this wick right here on the previous candle that we might want to come down and fill around at least 80% of this candle, which would put us around like 710. The question is, when will that happen? It's going to happen on this candle, or is it going to happen on another candle? So that's what we're going to be kind of looking for. So I'd be looking for around this 710 level. I'm not taking this. I'd be watching this. It's just not. Why would I not be taking this trade? You see this green box that we're in right now? If I zoom out, this box right here, this box matters, right? We had some resistance here. We have some, support here. We have support here, and we're creating support right now, right here. So it could definitely push down. Make no mistake about it. We could try to push down, but I like to take high probability trades. I do think this is still going to kind of run down a little bit. There we go. Yeah. How's everybody doing? Appreciate you guys joining. There it is. So if you took this to 710, we just hit it. Now, I would probably be out at this point just because I don't want to play around in a demand zone, but definitely a good place. Yeah, I agree, Eric. I think they probably want to push it down. Again, I'm not thinking about market makers or what they're trying to do. My mindset and my mental time frame, or what I'm thinking, is just like, what have I seen before with these candles? What does it look like? What I've seen before is us pull down into a zone and then I just break back up out of the zone. I'm not saying that's going to happen, right? I know what the day has held. The day has been, just a lot of choppiness up here. The VWAP we rejected came down. We tried to push back up. We were too weak to do it. Came back down. But I'm in this demand zone, so I just have to be very careful here. Yeah. So I'd be watching out right here. I am not sponsored by Rockstar, but a little bit about myself. I drink one of these every day. I will say though, I can't find them right now. If you go on Amazon, I typically buy these on Amazon by the case. Can't buy them; they're out. So I'm gonna be I don't know, like on a caffeine low soon. Okay, so what are we getting? Always looking for structures, right? What's the structure we potentially could see? This right here, W. I know I call these a lot, W's and M's, but that's just what the market's showing us a lot of. So if we're gonna be strong, we're gonna form this bottom here, and then we're gonna get a higher low right here. I told you, right? I said if we come down to the 710 level, we're probably gonna find some buyers to try to push us up, and that's exactly what we're getting. So buyers are coming in. It's not that I know some magic thing. It's just I've seen these candles a million times in my life, and that's really what you have to do to trade. You have to be very intimate and like learn what these candles do. I've seen it, right? So we could get a W here. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna remove this so I don't have stuff all over my cart charts. All right. Okay. I got about 10 minutes or so. Okay, so let's look what we do here. All right, getting that push up. Yeah, it's a great retest, right? Yeah, so watch what we do here. I hate this. I know what this is. This line right here. It's what I drew earlier at the higher time frames of this wedge. Many people would probably try to draw it up the wicks. I just try to draw it as many touches as possible. You could do it down here if you wanted. I think they're going to play with traders that are trying to play this wedge. I think they really are. You have that. You could draw this a little bit higher, something like that. But I'm not trading that. I never look at that. That's just not what I do. Okay, so what are we seeing? It's getting really tight right now, guys. I would really say, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore, that yesterday was such a big move that you're seeing today is just kind of like a liquidity build day. That's kind of what you're getting. So where could we go if up? We do on the 2-minute have this candle right here. You see this dot? That means it's engulfing. So what that means is that this candle was bigger than both sides of its previous candle. And so what that means is that we need to go fill this at some point to the upside. I don't know if we'll get it. Maybe we're trying to build a cup right now. If we're going to be strong, we're going to find support right here on the 9. So it's risky. You could take like 1 MNQ to the upside at this level. 740. We can see what happens at that level. Again, it's not the best setup to me. You know the best setups when you see them. You're just like, oh, that's the play, right? Rejecting that 2 again. Yeah, so just kind of watching this right now. Do we have some touch points here? Yeah, you got some touch points right there. Yeah, I see it. Cool. Where are you guys from? Like, where you guys live at? I mean, don't tell me your address, but like what state or country or whatever. So we're just watching this right now. All right, one thing I want to show you. Okay, so this was yellow a second ago. What does that mean if it's yellow? So that means that there's no wick. So you'll see right here that there's a wick on this candle now. There was no wick in almost every candle that you see. Well, This one's actually says it has a wick. It must be super small. Let's see. We zoom in and see if it's there. It says that there's a wick. I don't see a wick. Almost every candle has a wick. So if you see a candle without a wick, you could play that. Now there's danger. So like for example, this one right here at 1238. If this opened and went up, and you're like, oh, this has to go down to create a wick on the bottom. You know, you might get in trouble because this went how many points? 734 all the way up to 763. So that's 30 points. Can you withstand 30 points? That's the question. Let's see. 15-minute forms downward channel. Oh, okay. Let's check it out. Alright. Yeah, it's just everything's weak. You gotta know if you're taking anything up, it's scary. Alright, I'm gonna take this off. I don't like this, to be honest. You do have these touches here. I'm gonna take it off. A 15-minute channel. I'm gonna try to draw it on another time frame. Let's see. Something like this, maybe. Yeah, you get something like that potentially going on. So, is that kind of what you're seeing, Stone? I think that might be what you're seeing. So, knowing we're in the channel, channels always create these diagonal lines. They just do. So we could get a break of this. It's just not, I wouldn't trade this. I just wouldn't trade it. Cool. Awesome. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Hourly. I'm just trying to see the bigger time frame. Yeah, we could be trying to break this down. That M looks really good, actually, to the downside. Let's see what we got here. This channel's in my way. All right. So, I would be looking personally at the moment just downward plays. So if you get trend line breaks or wick plays down, be looking for those pushes back up to the 9, like on the 5-minute, for example. We are at the 5-minute 9, aren't we? Man, it's so ugly. Look at those wicks. Huge. So from 42, 72, it's 30-point wick. Wow. I mean, if you want to, you could try to take it at the channel, the top of the channel. Try to take it down, but I wouldn't do that. I don't see a structure, which that's what concerns me. I don't see something that really just sticks out. You do have this. Okay. You do have this. If we break this down, we could definitely be pushing down. All right, we're testing that trend line right now. You see it? On the 2-minute. Okay. Looks like we want to be weak. We may try to break this, maybe retest up here, and then push back down. That could be a potential play. We're definitely getting some good movement, though. Some good movement. Are you guys green? Oh, can we? Oh, let's do this. Let's do a poll. Let's see. Start a poll. Let's do our first poll. Let's see. Question of the day. Are you green? Are you it like takes me like an hour to like make a poll. Yeah. I don't know if it tells you or not. Does it tell you? Let's see. Start pull. All right, so here it is. A break, right? Okay, it doesn't tell you who put it. All right, so we got to retest to that line. This could go down. All right, if you're taking this to the downside, I would look for this area. Why did I draw a line? What was that? What am I doing? I would look for like right here. Yeah, like right there. So what, 688? I think you can hit that. 688. Why do I say that? We're weak on the day. We got some wicks down here. We got a nice move down. Looks like we're getting a retest of this trend line that we've tried to break several times. Didn't do it. Then we broke it. Now we're retesting it. What time is it on the day? 12:55. Yeah. Obviously we are in that demand zone, so just watching that. But yeah. Let's see what we got. Let's see. Why is the thing all messed up on me? Do I need to scroll up on the chat or something? Let's see if I refresh. Hold on, let me refresh. Okay, there we go. Dang, we got 100. 100. Oh, we only got one vote. I was like, dang, everybody's green. Oh, I see. If you click on the actual poll, it'll expand it. I got you. Cool. All right, so we're watching this trend line. What are we gonna do? I gotta jump off here in like 2 minutes. Put W's in the chat if you can come back at 2 p.m. Eastern. I got a call. I gotta jump on for a little bit for work. If you want me to jump on it at 2, throw the W's in there. I want to see how many we can get. I don't mind coming back and helping out. All right, so this is actually could be a good sign because we're creating this wick, meaning a rejection of this 9 that's continually going down, right? So what I would want to see though is the next candle. I would want it to see it break this area, this 705. That's what I want to see. Let's see if we get it. I'm going to jump off in like 2 minutes. I appreciate you guys jumping on. My last live stream, there was like one person that came on for like 2 minutes, and that was it. Okay, cool. You jump on, Eric? All right. Yeah. All right. I'll try to just. Can I just resume this one? I don't know. Either way, I'll do it. All right. So what are we getting? I would be watching this. Keep your eye on this. Again, careful because we're in the demand zone, so this could try to bounce. But we are in the channel, like Stone was talking about, that we went up and pushed down. I do think ultimately we're going to push down further if we break this level. So if you're in a smaller position, it's probably a good play. Yep, there it is. There's your breakdown. There it is. See, it's just waiting for me to get off before it pushes down. These candles always bother me. There's no wick on the top. It just bothers me, but I do think this is a downwards play. Cool. All right. I'll see you guys. Eric, Stone, Sonic. Appreciate you guys jumping on. And I'll be back a little bit later. See ya.